Hi, I'm Chaz Smith and I hate surfing. And if I'm honest, you can too. How many times have you been out surfing, enjoying day in the lineup, sun shining, waves kind of pumping, when a gaggle of little groms paddles out and just starts annoying everybody, taking all the inside waves, yelling profanities at each other, cheering each other on, getting all goofy and weird? Unfortunate every time. And how many times have you just wanted to start swinging fists their way, beating them down, taking them to the sand and grinding their little grom faces right into it? A lot. But how does that look in reality? Well, surf fans everywhere were treated to such a show when one Ian Ziering pounded a bunch of groms. Now, this happened earlier in the week. Ian Ziering was driving his Mercedes through Hollywood when a gang of bikers somehow knocked into him or something, and he took action, opened his door, started swinging. The fight evolved. It was like 5-on-1 at some point, 5 bikers on Ian Ziering, and across the street it went and back and forth, and he ran away eventually, leaving his daughters in the car by themselves, ran back, I guess, later and drove away. Now, when I first watched this clip, it was on a tiny little telephone screen, and I thought the gang of bikers was actually a gang of bikers. Now, when I zoomed in on the computer, blew it up full screen, what I saw was the gang of bikers was not an actual gang, but it was a group of chubby 15-year-old Latinx girls riding miniature motorbikes. One of them proceeded to fall down when Ian Ziering got out of the car, and he went wailing away anyway. Legitimately, 15-year-old chubby Latinx miniature bikers. So how does it look if we were going to pound groms in the lineup? Horrible, embarrassing, shockingly bad. I can't believe, to be honest, Ian Ziering came out later and said something about cleaning up the streets and this kind of hooliganism can't go on anymore. Hooliganism? Adult men should never beat 15-year-old chubby Latinx miniature motorcycle riders, nor should they leave daughters in the car alone and run across the street while the aforementioned 15-year-old chubby Latinx miniature motorcycle girl bike riders are wailing on them. Shocking and embarrassing, and thanks to Ian Ziering, a gift. We will never, as surfers, beat groms. No matter how much you want to, bad luck all around. Elsewhere in surfing, we have yet another television show or series being canceled. Surf Girls Hawaii, which was on Amazon Prime, is now officially no more. What was its downfall? The same fate that has befallen everything the World Surf League has touched since it decided to start making content, namely making awful content which revolves around surfing as sport. Now we have The Ultimate Surfer, which was the worst by far, voted in every country in the world, the worst reality television show that ever appeared anywhere. The Ultimate Surfer was objectively horrible, focusing on the sporting aspects of surfing. We have Make or Break from Box to Box Films. Season 1 was pretty good, and Box to Box, let it be noted, could do no wrong. They were the ones who brought Drive to Survive, which basically made F1 racing a international phenomenon, right? Box to Box can do no wrong. Enter surfing, enter the World Surf League, and having to focus on the competitive sporting angle. We had one season that was pretty good. We had second season was bad, third season canceled. And now we have Surf Girls Hawaii, which started as a show about girls in Hawaii surfing. Sure, the competitive angle was part of it, but then enter World Surf League, sell it to Amazon. We have now the competitive professional angle, the sporting angle, front and center. Show is canceled after one season. Why? Surfing is not a sport. I don't know how many times or ways or places this can be experimented with and absolutely screwed up. Surfing is terrible as a sport. It is one of the worst sports ever. Sure, surf fans, weird and crusty, messed up in the brain, will watch surfing as sport because precisely we are messed up in the brain. Your average general public is not so messed up. They look at surfing and this judging, arbitrary 7.6s and 4.32s getting thrown out for odd little chop hops here and there. They might like surfing in general. They might think, oh, that's kind of sexy. Nobody wants to see it judged except for the crazies, you and I. World Surf League continuing to lean in, will continue to fail, but we already know the World Surf League is out the door. Sayonara. Lastly, we have failing vans going to be turned around, hopefully, by an Old Spice executive. Now, you may know Old Spice as the fragrance for men, a sort of cheap drugstore aftershave you can slap on your face. This executive coming in to save Vans. Now, Vans has been failing for years, losing millions, if not billions of dollars. The classic old styles, the only ones anybody wears, i.e. the classics, maybe they're not so in vogue amongst the younger crowd, and so Vans losing millions, trying to turn the ship around. Our new CEO, per the Wall Street Journal, I do believe, maybe it's the Washington Post, says he visits stores to talk to customers and works in the company cafeteria where he shares his mobile number with employees. He plans to steer more investment into the brand and is pushing executives to develop new products faster. He is urging Vans employees to recapture the outsider mindset that many current and former employees say has slipped away as the brand has gone more mainstream. As one senior executive has told staff, bring back the FU attitude. When you see a pair of Vans, is that the first thing that comes to mind? The FU attitude? Maybe. Is the FU attitude going to be brought back by Old Spice? Let's hope. Until next week, keep hating.